I've been going back into that, amen. Was in the Gospels and the epistles, and now God told me to go to the book of Samuel. And I'm going to the Kings and Chronicles and all those. Samuel, 1 Samuel 8 and 1. Let's declare this real quick. The word's about to be preached. The lost are about to be reached. The hurting will be helped. God's promises will be kept. The enemy will be demoralized. God will be glorified. I will be edified. I believe it. I receive it. I stand on it. I live by it. When I hear it, I will apply it. And I'll be transformed by it. What does even God told me to tell me, thank you for your faithfulness to that door back there, man. Bible says, I really be a doorkeeper in the house of the Lord, you know. God told me to tell you, I know sometimes, we don't tell people what we think about and what God took release to them. But God said, thank you for your faithfulness. He said, begin to pray about, y'all better begin to pray about something inside your spirit that you really want. He said, but I'm going to be as faithful to you as you are to me. Y'all better hear me in Jesus' name. I'm going to be as faithful to you as you are to me. He said, you cannot sow faithfulness and not get it back. As a man sows, that shall he also reap. But God told me to release that to your spirit. You receive that? Give God a praise in Jesus' name. Samuel 1 Samuel 8 and 1 said, and it came to pass when Samuel was old that he made his sons judges over Israel. Now the name of his firstborn son was Joel. The name of the second was Abiah. They were judges in Beersheba. And his sons walked not in his ways. Don't have to take my time, y'all. But turned aside after lucre, his greed, and took bribes and perverted justice. Now it's funny that Eli's sons were messed up. Samuel saw that. His sons messed up too. And he did this. And that's why I tell you sometimes you can live right in church and still be crazy. Y'all get quiet inside of here. You can, but this is about to say perverted judgment. Then all the elders of Israel gathered themselves together and came to Samuel unto Ramah and said unto him, behold, thou art old, and thy sons walk not in thy ways. And now make us a king. We need to read that point. Now make us a king to judge us like all the nations. But the thing displeased Samuel when they said, give us a king to judge us. And Samuel prayed unto the Lord. And the Lord said unto Samuel, hearken unto the voice of the people in all that they say unto thee. For they have not rejected thee, but they have rejected me, and that I should reign over them. Now I want to go back to verse 5. When they said, and said unto him, behold, thou art an old man. That means you're about to die. In the future, thy sons walk not in thy ways. Today's sermon is an out-of-focus future. An out-of-focus future. Good job. That's what my son did, y'all. Good job, amen. I want to tell him good job, because and even him and Brother Wyatt, I was looking at the camera last week. They did a good job. I get on when they do bad, because I do. I stay on when they do bad. I'm going to bless you when you do good. I want to say y'all did a good job last week. Keep up the good work. Amen? Y'all get them a hand for all that stuff that we do back there. An out-of-focus future. Let us pray. If any man speak, let us speak of the oracles of God. If any man minister, let him do it as the ability which God giveth, that God in all things may be glorified through Jesus Christ, to whom be praise and dominion forever and ever. Amen. Have a seat. Have a seat. I'm going to talk real quick, and I'm going to preach, and I'm going to do my thing, and we're going to go ahead and get on out of here. But I want to make sure I give you a word today. Today's decisions determine tomorrow's destiny. Today's decision determined tomorrow's destiny. Samuel made a faithful decision to install his sons into the most powerful role in Israel. He appointed them to be judges. And judges in Israel were not only legal leaders, y'all hear me, but they were religious, political, and military leaders as well. They were the supreme authority of the nation. Picking the wrong judge could have dire consequences for the children of Israel. Judges had to hear from God, and they represent the state of worship of the people to God. The decision by Samuel, his decision to select his sons as judges in spite of how they live, would be a decision that would affect millions of Hebrews for hundreds of years. That one decision to put your sons in there knowing they ain't living right, it's going to affect some people. Understand that decisions that you make today will determine your destiny tomorrow. Oh, y'all ain't want to hear that. That's the truth. It's the decisions you make right now. You see, consequences, no coincidence. I've been saying that. I want y'all to hear that in your ears and receive that. That consequence is no coincidence. You are not where you are today by accident. Where you are today is a result of the decision that you made yesterday. And where you're going is determined by what you are doing right now. See, every action, every word, every decision, they are all seeds that will become a harvest one day. Watch what you say. Somebody say, watch. Watch what you say. Watch what you do. And most importantly, take your decisions seriously. Take them serious, guys. Because people have ruined their children because of their decisions. We don't want to hear that. That's the truth, right? You can break a child by what you decide to do. You can hurt a child by what you decide to do. People have broken their children because of their decisions. Y'all better hear me. People have set themselves back for years because of their decisions. When you sitting there about to file bankruptcy and they tell you your credit going to be messed up for 7 years, those are decisions. And now for 7 years, you got to live with that thing, don't you? Y'all heard me inside here. People have lost opportunities because of their decisions. And decisions are crucial because they can be made in one day, but their results can be felt for years, can't they? Sometimes you make a decision in one day and you paying for it for years. Some of us are still dealing with our decisions and the decisions that other people made, and they're still affecting us. I'm being real in this house. Maybe I'm the only one that made some decisions that I'm still living with right now. See, I was talking to a young man, and he would have some issues with his marriage, and he was saying, well, your wife, she trusts you when she do all this and everything. I said, but man, I wasn't always what I am right now. Y'all better hear me. I wasn't always saved. I wasn't always what I am right now. And I made some decisions early on in my marriage, and guess what? Sometimes this deal comes up. It took me some years, y'all better hear me. It took me some years to get to a point where that trust can be back inside that marriage. Y'all ain't heard me. I'm gonna be real in this house. We just make somebody to trust us the next day. No, you gotta earn that trust. Y'all better hear me. And what I did, even when I got saved and I was living right, the decisions I made before still affected my marriage. We always think, well, that's under the blood. Pastor, that happened back then. Oh, God, salvation is for your soul. But what you need is still what you need. Now, you ain't gonna get saved and all of a sudden God gonna erase that child you had. Y'all better get this. You ain't gonna get saved and all of a sudden God erase all that stuff. No, that's for your soul. But the decisions we made, y'all better hear me, they still affect us. And Samuel's decision to appoint his sons caused the people to lose faith in the voice of God that came from the judges. His sons did not walk like him. They were greedy. They were corrupt. They had corrupted judgment. They should have never been appointed to be judges. He should have never made that decision. Sometimes the most obvious decision is not the decision that God wants you to make. Sometimes the obvious decision is not the one that God wants you to make. We pray crazy prayers. Lord, if you open the door, I know it's your will, I can walk through it. Who said that? And guess what? I got open doors everywhere. I'm grown. I do what I want to do. Go where I want to go. It's an open door for me right now to go move to Texas. I got money. I got the ability to go. I can go. Y'all getting quiet inside this house. You believe God opened up the door for everybody to go to Atlanta? Everybody want to go to Atlanta now. Everybody want to go to Atlanta. You think God opened the door for everybody to go out there? No. That door is open. We got open doors in front of us all the time. You have to have enough salvation, enough God inside you to see an open door and still say, that's not the decision God wants me to make. See, it was obvious that Samuel would appoint his sons. It was traditional for them to be put in his stead. But just because people are with you and around you don't mean they're like you. See, the obvious decision is not always the right decision. The right decision also is not always the easy decision, is it? The right decision ain't always the easy decision. See, you have to be connected to God and submitted in such a way that you can make the right decision over the obvious decision. You have to be able to do what God says and not what always makes sense. Because sometimes what makes sense is not what God's will is. Sometimes God will tell you, don't take that job, take this job, and y'all make less money over here. But it's something over there that he don't want you to go get involved. Y'all better hear me. It's not always the easy decision. The obvious decision is not always what God wants you to do. Good people can fall victim to making the obvious decision over the right decision. Samuel was a great man of God. He was called by God as a young man, but yet his last decision was a terrible decision. And because of this decision, the people of God lost faith in the house of God, and they desired a king. We skip this part. We think that the children of Israel just wanted a king to be like everybody else. That is not what prompted that. What prompted them to want a king is because they lost faith in the house of God. Oh, y'all didn't hear that. They said, you about to die, Samuel. You're old and your sons are not like you. We have no faith in your sons. We got faith in you. We have no faith in your sons. And because of that, we want a king. It was Samuel's decision to put his sons there that made them lose faith in the houses of God. Decisions matter. Somebody say they matter. Take them seriously. Samuel's son's lifestyle caused the issue of worship to become out of focus in the minds of the people. The people questioned the future of the nation because of the actions of Samuel's sons. And it was his decision to put them there. God been putting me in my mind. I want y'all to hear this. Don't move on. He put it in my mind and said, I want y'all to really pray about your decisions. He said, saints of God, just do anything now. They ain't praying about nothing. They just want to feel a good feeling. Lord, it's got to be you. And when you're desperate, y'all better hear me. When you're desperate, everything looks good. You better hear me. When you're desperate, everything looks good. When you don't have anything that looks out there looks good. But you got to be desperate and still saved. You got to be desperate and still led of God. The Lord, maybe I want to do this, but at the same time, if that's not your will, not my will, but let your will be done. I got to take my decision seriously. See, when the future is uncertain, people tend to make dangerous decisions. That's my next point. When the future is uncertain, people tend to make dangerous decisions. When you are not sure about the future, you make decisions to try to fix the uncertainty, don't you? I try to fix it. You be like Abraham and Sarah. He said, well, God said He's gonna bless you with a child, right? So since I can't have no children, take Hagar. Take Hagar, and you have a child by Hagar first. And guess what happened? You have a situation where God said, because you got Hagar and you have Ishmael, they're going to fight each other. And guess what? 5,000 years later on, they are still fighting each other because of the decision that they made. That's the Bible right there. You see, because they thought that a king would bring a future into focus, because they were uncertain about the future the judges would lead them into. They decided to step away from God's will. Having a king was not the major problem. Hear me. That's not the major problem. The problem was that they had lost faith in the worship of their God. Because when you get the king, they get to the point, I don't have to worry about the judges no more. They don't worry about the worship of God. They should have fixed the problem with the judges before asking for a king. And what we do is, we don't fix the problem of worship in our lives. Y'all better get me. We don't fix that problem, and we try to fix something else. We try to take care of everything else. I've already told you, the reason why I'm scared of the enemy is I serve God. Because whatever he does to me, God allow him to do it to me. See, y'all think the devil is out to do what he wants to do. No, I know he has to have authority. He has to have authority from God to do something to me. And whatever God allows me to go through, he can bring me out of it. So I don't have to worry about the devil, because I serve God. Now, when you're not in the hand of God, y'all better get me, and you're not serving God like you should serve God, maybe you should be afraid of the devil. But guess what? When you're in the will of God, y'all better get me, you don't worry about anything inside your life. See, you got to take care of the worship. Deciding to make a political shift to a king was a major move, and you should never make a major move. Hear me. Never make a major move or accept promotion without first settling the issue of your worship to your God. I must settle my worship. I must make sure I'm worshiping in the right way. I must make sure that my walk with God is right before I do anything. God is the thing that we worship, and He's the thing that we put first. And so the question is your worship of God intact? Ask yourself, am I worshiping God in the right way? You see, if you make moves without making sure that your worship is where it should be, you will go down a path of destruction. You see, take care of the first things first. I want to say the first things first real quick. People get themselves into a lot of crazy and stressful situations because we make moves without making sure that we are good worshipers of God. We make the wrong moves. If we're not good worshipers of God, we will find it hard to hear His voice. And if we don't hear His voice, you will be left to make decisions on your own. Can I give y'all a story? This is where this sermon came to me from. I got saved, right? I got saved in my second year of my marriage. And I told y'all before, I was a good husband. And so I'm praying, I'm trying to be a good husband now. I'm trying to be what my wife wants to be. But even, can we be real this how faithfulness issues in my life? Faithful is you in my life before I got saved. And it is the truth. I got to speak the truth and shake the devil, y'all. It's the truth of the matter. And it's not good, but I had some issues with that inside of my life. And when I got saved, God cleaned me up. Y'all better hear me. I looked at my hands and they looked new. Looked at my feet and they did too. I walked the straight and narrow. I was living right, doing all those things. But guess what? She wasn't saved. And sometimes you don't see things in people until you get right. Because you know, when I was living wrong, I never saw anything in nobody else. Because guess what? Because I wasn't right myself. So I got saved, and guess what? I got saved, and on top of that, I became a pastor, I became a preacher. I got to start preaching in the ministry. And then my wife wasn't yet ready to just go on to that salvation level like that yet. She always been a good little church girl, but she wasn't ready to go to that level yet. Now I'm going to preach to myself inside here. But it was true. And so I began to pray, and I began, you know, because even when you have that situation, y'all unequally yoked, y'all don't fuss a lot, ain't you? Because I want to go to church, but we went to church enough. Good Lord. Y'all be in that shouting all day. Good Lord, how much church we going? Well, what's wrong with me doing this? What's wrong with me doing that? God ain't got no problem with this. God ain't got no problem with that. And so we can begin to argue and argue and argue to a point. Can I be real in this house? I want to get a divorce. A divorce. No, let me say that. A divorce. I said, Lord, I'm ready to go. You know, you get a little arrogant too sometimes. Lord, I'm just in my 20s. Still think I look a little bit good right now. I'm getting to open my devil in your mind and say, it's a bunch of women out there just waiting on a man of God. You got a little education and you're living right and you're doing all that. I bet you go to a church, they're just going to be falling out waiting to come find you. He remembers your mind, no, he remembers your ego, doesn't he? Say, you have a, don't worry about losing her. Say, because you won't find somebody easy. It's a bunch of saved, sanctified women out there saved and single and waiting on somebody. Oh, y'all get quiet inside of here. Just waiting and desperate. And I begin to say, well, Lord, maybe that's what you want me to do. Maybe I need to move on to give me a good partner, somebody I can pray with, somebody my prayer warrior, somebody I need a Bible in my life and do all this stuff. And God says, boy, don't you do nothing. Because she put up with you in your mess. Y'all better get me. She put up with you, and you doing way worse stuff than she doing. She put up with you. Said, no, don't you do nothing. I said, well, Lord, when are you going to release me from this one day? And I said, Lord, maybe you're going to release me so I can go through this and do that and move on my life and find somebody like this and do those things. And God said, no, I'm not going to release you until you settle the issue of worship. Until you become a better man of God. Y'all better hear me. Because you know what? When you just get saved, I want y'all to hear people who just got saved. The voice of the devil is still louder than God's. Get mad if you want to. If the voice of the devil is still louder than God, and the devil ain't stupid, he don't come to you with that crazy demonic voice that you see on TV. Oh, no. He don't sound like that. He sounds just like God. He knows how to imitate life, doesn't he? Oh, I'm just being real now. He knows how to make it sound just like it's a prophecy from God ever seen. And he began to put this stuff in my head, and God said, no, I want you to worship. I want you to pray. He said, because guess what? She prayed for you even when she wasn't saved. God better give me. She cried out for you when she even said what she knew about me. She still saw something inside of you, and she prayed for you. And guess what? I began to pray to God. Said, I will not release you until your worship is right. And I began to get to a point where my worship got right. Y'all better get me. He didn't release me for the marriage. He saved her too. All right. But hear me. What if I had made a decision outside of God's will? What if I had made a decision to do what I wanted to do? What I thought was right. What was in my heart. For the heart of man is deceitful. It's messed up. Y'all can say, Lord, I'm going to follow my heart. Don't you follow your heart, follow the Holy Ghost. Your heart ain't right. The Bible says your heart is deceitful. Your heart is deceitful. It will trick you. It will mess you up. And I thank God that he gave me grace. I thank God that I could be able to settle down and make the right decision. Because now I thank God for that woman of God. That woman of God will fast for me. She'll pray for me. Lay hands on me. I'm going to tell y'all something real quick. I'm going to talk more real quick. Even when I'm sick, she'll take care of me when I'm sick. I will play sick for a little day just to take care of me. She is so nice to me when I get sick. I would sit there and say, babe, I need one more day to rest, if you don't mind, before I go back to work. Think about how I moved without God. When I got my job, you know what she told me? She said, you getting a call today. The day I was in my interview, she fasted the whole day. I ain't telling her to fast. I'm sitting here ashamed to eat myself. I said, Lord ain't told me to fast. Lord ain't told me to fast. As long as one of us fast, we're going to be all right. But baby, I got to drive, so, I can't be sick. I can't be, little woozy. You trying to make us something up, don't we? She fasted when I didn't even fast. She called me. She said, you could have called today. On the way to go to my Bible study, I had a missed call. She called the day I would get the call from my job. What if I had moved without God saying, oh, y'all better get me. Get the worship together. Get the issue of worship together so you can hear the voice of God. This is when we make some of the worst decisions of our lives. This is when we do the things in a day that will cause problems for years to come. You need to worship so that you will hear Him and submit yourself to His will. Without the issue of worship being settled in your life, you may look like you are succeeding, but you will miss out on what God really wants for your life. Some of us are going to have to set up a 30-fold because we are not stable in our worship. I'm going to preach inside of here. And as soon as the future looks uncertain, we run to other things to make up for the fact that we don't trust what God can do. And the voice of the Lord comes to those that worship Him to speak into your future. God ain't can't tell you what you are right now. God, He tell me what I am. No, God tell you what you will be. He speaks about what you will become. He speaks into your future. He tells you what you will be. He tells you what will be. And He tells you what He will be to you. If you can't hear the voice, you can't see the future. Because faith comes by. Well, y'all better hear this. And we walk by faith and not by. So if the future is out of focus, you're going to make bad decisions. You have some major decisions to make this year. God put it in my heart. He said the saints of God have some faithful decisions that will change the course of their life. These are consequential decisions that will affect generations to come. God said, I'm going to bless some of y'all that some of your grandchildren will eat off what you eat. Y'all should have shouted on that. Y'all should have no, y'all should have shouted on that. God spoke to me today that some of y'all grandkids don't eat off your investments. Some of your grandkids don't eat off what you leave here. Oh, y'all better hear me. That's why I'm Lord, it's in my spirit. That's why I always preach. I want my people to own something. That way when you die, at least you can have a house. Oh, y'all better hear me. I don't want my son to go fund me account when I die. Get quiet in here if you want to. I've been saved too long to request a GoFundMe account when I die. I serve God. When I die, I want them to, they're going to be sad that I'm gone, but I got some stuff laid up for them too. Y'all